Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. And while you're at it, hey, hit the subscribe button down there and you can check out some other videos I have. Or not, but it'd be nice if you would. Anyway, welcome to Planning and Adulting with ADHD. I'm Vanessa, aka Creole Planner Fox. Well, today, I've already got my feet wet and did my first budget video. And oh, how I failed miserably. Not with the video. I mean, it's kind of like other videos, I would think, but I didn't do so well. You know, in on my budget report card, I would say I did an F minus. Okay, so that was an eye opener. So this is something I think that is required, that I'm required to do once a week. And for my budget intentions, my week here begins on a Friday and ends on a Thursday. And for my budgeting purposes, because I budget week to week, a paycheck to paycheck. It's actually a settlement because we work for ourselves and we don't know how much we're going to make. I mean, we don't know how much we're going to make from week to week. We can guesstimate it as the week goes on, how things went, but I don't know. So that the budgeting, doing that guesstimated, and doing the income is a bit much for me to share anyway. So I don't know if I have any friends or family that watches my YouTube, but regardless, it's still a bit much, and it really wouldn't make any difference, because the way I do this budget is I budget for our bills, that's the amount that I know I will need, the least amount that I will need for the week, based on the bills, based on the dates from a Friday to Thursday. So anything due from the 5th to the 11th must be paid. So those are the bills are added right here. Okay, so, and the house account is given $300 a week, but that's a $300 let's look at it like it gets a cash drawer of $300, and on that card, and every Friday it replenishes to the $300. So if I don't spend it, it's not like, oh, I want to get another $300 to add and it's just gonna pop. No, if I spend $150, that's how much will go back into that account, $150. Now, let me explain something. When I have a beginning balance and ending balance, those balances is in my bank account. It's everything. It's all the checking accounts and saving accounts. We use checking accounts for bill pay. I have one I use for bill pay, one we use for the company, and one I use for the house. And I also have a savings account. Now that account there, once everything has been replenished where it needs to be, then the bulk of the money will go into the savings account. Once the savings has reached X amount of dollars, then the whatever overages will go toward paying off of debt. So that's how my budget week will work. How I budget from week to week. And again, yes, it'll go into my savings and then the savings account until it will get to a certain point that I want to keep in there, and then I'll wait until I get to another point and I'll take that. Let's just do an example. Say for instance it's $1,000. Once I get to $1,000, I'll try to get to $1,500. So $500, when I get to that for extra $500, boom, I'll take that and put it toward a debt. And that would be a medical bill, or I might pay toward one of the loans we have, or notes. So but that's the plan. Okay, so let me see how I did this week. I've already written out what I've spent and what I've actually used, and I've already calculated the difference. Actually, I did this on a video, and again, like the first time, I don't know what it is. I guess when I'm working, I'm so used to just talking to myself. I guess I'm just mumbling away at, oh, write this down. And so you just have a lot of mumbling and writing. And I couldn't do it. And I forgot to put the lights on. So not only that, you're seeing shadows. So anyway, that was a disaster. Maybe, I ought to keep those type of things. And if I ever get really, really good, do kind of a blooper. Boy, that would be a long one. That would be almost like a live, my bloopers. But anyway, let's get on. On this side here, again, I use this side as a check register. This is for spending, not for, I don't record the bills or anything in here. This is just for spending. I itemize and I say what I bought, where I bought it, here. And then I take the total here, and this needs to be whited. That needs to be whited out. And then I'll put the amount here. So I can look at this and it's like, well, I didn't want to put that $1.03 down there. I didn't, but I spent it, and well, I spent it, and it was like it was Hobby Lobby actually. I returned something and bought something else, and I had to take $1.03 and put on it. But that was almost a no spend while I was out of town here, so I did not spend house money. This is what this is. This is house and personal account money. The out of town was spent out of another account. So anyway, I don't count that. But now, here we go. This is the cell phone. I had it on the money, so there was no difference there. I did not record a subscription that came out, and that's for like that little printer ink, forever, you got Forever Ink or whatever it is, and that came out. So that wasn't too bad. My big thing here was this insurance. This insurance is due to come out on the 15th. They took it out on the 11th. So I had not budgeted for it. I had not transferred the correct amount of money because, again, this is what I do. I will total up the bills that I'm going to pay based on the date that they're due, and I will put them here, but I also total them up. And this is the amount of money. When I total them up, I will transfer that amount into the bill pay account. And that's how the difference. If there's a balance already in the account, I'll take whatever that difference is, and then I'll make sure that account has this, and probably about $50, $100 more. I'll usually transfer over. But I didn't, so I had to make a transfer, as a matter of fact, yesterday, out of the blue. And also here, I underestimated here for a loan, and it had to do with the fees I had. One of them was late fee, and the second one was I had, in order for me to pay the bill, I had to pay a $4.95 to keep from being late on that one. So that's got to be avoided. Those kind of things like that. That's $65, which 50 of it, yeah. No, it was 15 and 4. So 40 some dollars of that was another loan amount that I didn't, a credit card charge that I didn't account for. But again, that has to be avoided. Look at the difference here. $271 difference. But what it meant was I had to take money from somewhere else and transfer it in here to cover those bills. So I have to do a better job, be more vigilant here. All right, this is the expenses. This is the house, personal. This is the expenditures outside of bills. So, and this is what I kind of allocate for groceries, home supplies, 25 for pet and 75 for personal, and auto 50. And so, and CMT last week, usually it's $500, but last week, because last week there was no paycheck, the business took a cut, and So I allocated $325 for that, and $100 in savings. And this is the unbudgeted. And I'm gonna stop there. I want to keep going. It's like I'm budgeted. I don't know. I just have a hard. I need to learn English, I guess. But anyway, these are things that I did not budget for. And coming up here. So let's go right here to groceries. I did pretty good with groceries. I spent $118.93, and food. Groceries and food is just that. There's groceries and eating out. So I did pretty good with that. I don't cook a lot, so. And when I do, I try to meal plan, and it really saves me money, y'all. When I meal plan and I order online, saves me so much money and time, because I'm not walking around that store and think, oh, look at that, let me get that, I'm gonna want that. And y'all, I don't. A lot of times I'll get these the impulse buys. Well, I'm an impulsive type of person. That's my personality. And so shopping online is the bomb.com. So anyway, here we go. We got home supplies. I didn't spend very much in the home supplies, because guess what? I was spending at Michael's. Look, I spent $20 at Michael's and spent $8 on stuff for the house. What that tell you? Nothing this week on the pets. Personal, there's that 1980, but that's all. I didn't, I didn't do my nails, and didn't get any hair stuff. No hair care, no self-care, no home supplies. But good Lord, I went to Michael's. And this is the auto, and that's like gas, and I washed the car, and different stuff like that. So, and whatever little maintenance, if I buy something for the car, it's going in here. All right, and then CMT, I went over $45, 68 cents, which that's not bad, because there was money left here. So it kind of, and so to speak, there's some money left here. So, and then the $100 to savings. So all in all, if I sum this amount here, the spending, we were under by we over budgeted by $58, and that's a good thing. And I probably could have eaten that up with this NL Medical. That should have went to personal. I thought about that later. That should have went there. It was for a medical supply that we had to get but I didn't budget for it because I didn't know we needed to get it. But it should have been up here. So I'm not gonna grade. I'm gonna cut that off as part of my grade, because that should have gone in the personal, which would have brought that back down. That would have been brought down to like $8, which was good. That's good. iTunes and its postage, I did not budget for. The postage that could have been in home supplies. See, I went through this kind of quick, and whenever there's something that's like, okay, I didn't think I wasn't going to need that. But iTunes, I'm really, really going to have to, that's not my iTunes. And I really don't want to put it in my personal. But I think next week I'm going to stuff like that. Now this big chunk of change, $65.21 Xbox. Do it look like I have an Xbox? No, I don't. But I thought it was my grandson, who is like, should buy stock in have probably purchased quite a bit of stock in Xbox. But anyway, it wasn't, but it needs to be disputed. And so that's going to come that's going to go back in my account. So that's not too bad. What I'm disappointed in myself is the bills that I underestimated for. And because what it means is, it's like when I think I have money going somewhere else, it's not. And so that's why I like this. That's why I like seeing this. And so the net amount that was not accounted for, or that I did not estimate for, was $350.57. So that $350 probably came, it wasn't transferred over and brought into where it needed to be, then it came out of the savings. And that just meant we're farther away from where I thought we should be. But again, the saving is cumulative. Okay, so, and that's how I make sure, and I think I've explained this. I have a beginning balance. My beginning balance minus what I spent is minus this amount here, plus what goes in on Friday. That should be my ending balance. And so if it is, then I have captured everything. It balances. If it's not, then something is wrong. I missed something somewhere. So that keeps me honest also. So I'm getting better, and you know what? Again, I can't tell you enough how this is helping. How it really is helping. Me having to come at the end of the day and write down what I done spent and where I spent it. It's like, oh, I'm going to that store and say, I have to write, look, last week. What was that last week? How I was so embarrassed. I'm so ashamed of myself. Was it last week? Oh, it was on this flunk. Yeah, the one we failed miserably at. Oh, beginning down. When we failed miserably, $112.69. Planner stuff. Really, Vanessa? So, anyway, that's how this helps me. So anyway, guys, I hope you got something out of this. I hope it could help someone else. I mean, that's one of the reasons. My main reason is selfish, self-centered reasons, and it keeps me accountable. And I thank you guys for that. I thank you too for allowing me to do this, because it keeps me accountable. So as always, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye.